Welcome to the channel, friends. Today is November 6th, and we will be taking a look at how November has been to ARK Invest so far. It's very early days, but still, it would be good to take a look at our regular sections that we do, biggest moves in November so far. We'll take a look at new and removed companies, and we'll also keep an eye on these 7 companies in which ARK is heavily invested in, and we want to keep an eye on how they traded these. We do a diff from whatever day we are checking the difference from. So we'll do that. Stay tuned. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the other side. Thank you. Welcome back, friends. We always start with ARK Summary section. Here we take a look at overall market value that ARK holds, all the funds combined. They started the month with 41.48 billion and now they are at 42.51 billion. So it's looking upward, except last day it's negative, but still very positive overall. This is how 42.51 billion divided in all the 8 ETFs that they have. So that's what we see here. Then the number of companies that they are invested in individually for each fund. This is the count. IZRL is the smallest fund in terms of market value, but biggest in terms of number of companies they are invested in. Total number of companies they are invested in went up by 1. So we'll find out which company that is in just a bit. Before that, let's go over the biggest moves first. We always look at biggest moves 2 ways. So one by percentage of shares movement and by market value movement, because market value can change just because of stock price, irrespective of whether any trading was done or not. So first we'll look at a number of shares moved. So the threshold today is 7%. We changed that to make this report more consumable. And these are the companies that qualify that criteria. Toast Inc., which is a relatively new company in their fund, rank is 160 in all the ETFs, all the companies combined in their portfolio. And they added 43% extra shares there. When I hover over these, you'll see more information about these companies. So I'm not going to go over each and every company, but I'll hover over all of these so you can pause the video or slow down the video to take a further look at it. Dreyfus Government Cash, Live Person, Genius Sports. The trend that you see in this is the shares count and stock price trend over the period of November 1st to November 5th. This is the change in the market value that this change in trading has caused, and also stock price movement combined. So here we go. I'm going to hover over all of them. Next, Exact Sciences, Tivilio, DraftKings, Kratos, Defense. In terms of negative ones, let's see here: Pinterest, NanoString, NVIDIA, Zillow Group, OpenDoor, Lockheed Martin, Protolab, Regeneron, Viva, Iovance. So those are the negative ones. The biggest negative one here is Zillow Group, where they reduced 53% shares, and the stock price has taken a big dip also. So generally they buy the dip, but in this case they're getting out of that position. Maybe they have seen enough of it already. Maybe we can put a spotlight on Zillow and see what they have done in past. So let's do that. Now our portfolio, I'll do a separate video for Zillow, what they did. So this is the difference from first of the month, and looks very green, except Zillow, which stands out as negative. Square is a little bit negative as well. There are some other red spots, but overall very green, as you can see. New and removed companies, you'll see that Allogen Therapeutics is new in ARKG that they have added. Great British Pound, they invest in currencies also a little bit, looks like. Meta Platforms, so you'll see Facebook as removed and Meta Platforms added, but this is one and the same company. System thinks that it's new company just because the name is different. But yeah, it's added to ARKF and W. Meta Platforms, FP is still the ticker. Actually, what we forgot is to also do biggest moves by market value. So we remove this threshold. Now we'll increase this one because there could be big moves for stock price irrespective of whether any trading happened or not. So let's do that. Sorted by that. Zillow we already went over. Unity Software, Square Inc., we saw those are also negative. UiPath, 5% shares added. It is rank 5 already. It's one of the companies present in, one of the 2 companies present in all the 6 ETFs. 1 million shares added so far in this. This is crazy. A lot of shares being added there. They've removed 5% of Tesla as well, 171 million, and Zillow. So those 2 combined, they're putting that value money in other companies where they expect more growth. Twilio, Coinbase, going back up to the IPO level when they IPO'd, so it's finally back up. Exact Sciences, Zoom, Pacifica, Robinhood Markets, Twist, Shopify, 10x Genomics, Beam Therapeutics, Square. So those are the biggest move by market value. Even though they are selling the ones that they have taken a lot of profit in already, looks like Tesla, Zillow, they are removing their stake because it has gone down quite a bit. There is inflation phase that is coming up soon. Looks like I've been reading up on that a lot. So please feel free to mention in the comments like what is your strategy to deal with inflation. But I'll be putting my money in some of the health sector ETFs that Vanguard holds just to prep for inflation. That's my strategy. So this we went over. Let's go with the daily watch list. Now, this is our 7 companies that we always keep an eye on just to see how they traded those for past 5 days combined. Hood is where they added 1.5 million shares for past 5 days, 11% extra shares. DraftKings 7.7% extra shares, and Skillz 4.7% extra shares, 1.2 million, and this is almost a million as well. Palantir and Tesla, they have reduced shares in those, which is surprising. Palantir, even though the stock price for past 5 days is slightly up, they have reduced their position by 4.3%. That is really shocking to me that they're reducing Palantir position. Tesla, I can understand they're reducing that because they've taken a lot of profit. They want to take profit and then invest in more growth companies. So that's what we see here. We can click on Palantir just to see where they have reduced it. So this is the trend of reduction. And let's slice it by ETF to see where have they reduced it. Looks like they have mainly reduced in ARKK, which is their biggest fund, 1.2% there, but that is compared to just previous day. They reduced in ARKW initially on first couple of days, looks like, and a little bit on the other ETF as well, ARKF as well. So they've reduced in 3 ETFs pretty much. We can see Tesla where they reduced. Yeah, they've reduced only in ARKK for Tesla as well. Let's see Hood. They've added in ARKK, they've added in ARKW, and ARKF also just a little bit. DraftKings, let's see where they've added. ARK, ARKW, and ARKF in all the 3 ETFs they've added, and Skillz as well. Let's take a quick look. They've added in ARK. Yeah. So that's that, guys. That's your summary of first 5 days of November. Please like and subscribe, and I'll keep bringing this awesome content to you guys. I will also put some spotlight in Zillow maybe tomorrow, just to see how Zillow position changed in past few days. Thank you.